Unsettled is the best word to sum up the story across Europe at the moment. We're seeing a series of weather fronts stretching in from west to east, so brief lulls in between, but quite a lot of cloud, quite a lot of rain at times. So as we move through the day on Tuesday, we'll see some wet weather stretching out of Poland, down towards western Russia and across out of the Balkans into the Ukraine. Now behind it, drier, brighter conditions. Ahead of it, we've still got a lot of sunshine and a lot of warmth as well. So it's a drier story, but cloudy across mainland Greece, the Balkans and Italy. A few scattered showers into France. Quite a lot of cloud generally through northern Spain. To the south, it's dry with temperatures peaking at 20 degrees. Few showers into the UK, the Low Countries, and we'll see some snow across Scandinavia as well. So that's Wednesday. By Thursday, we'll see an area of low pressure bringing some particularly wet weather across France. It's going to bring significant snowfall over the Alps as well. The winds will be quite a feature too. So that's the next system moving its way through. But let's take a look at the city forecast, because it does look as though things will quieten down with some rain expected towards the capital for the second half of the weekend. The same too for Paris. Madrid and Rome keep some sunshine into the weekend. It's still incredibly mild for the time of year into Moscow, but there will be some rain to go with it as well. Hello there. A recent weather front moving its way through Central Europe has brought stronger winds and the risk of a few showers across Tunisia, as you can see quite clearly, and into northern Libya. Elsewhere, we've got our seasonal showers through Central Africa, and down to the south we could see a few sharp thundery downpours into Cape Town as we go through the afternoon. So that's the story then through Wednesday. There's also the risk maybe of a storm developing just off the coast of Madagascar, which we'll need to keep a close eye on. But little in the way of change through Wednesday and potentially into Thursday as well, although the risk of showers will ease in Tunisia. So this is the story into Cape Town. We'll see a little more sunshine coming through, the shower risk easing here, dry and settled elsewhere. It does look as though we will see a few isolated showers in Kinshasa, easing away too. Now let's move away from Africa towards the Middle East, where it's a fine settled story here as well. We've had a light shamal in recent days. Again, still the risk here, but generally speaking, it's a fine settled story. Most of the weather action actually is across northern Iran at the moment, with some rain and some mountain snow. But it's blue sky and sunshine elsewhere. The light shamal could bring a little bit of lifted dust as we go through the afternoon and maybe some poor visibility. But the city forecast shows little in the way of change for the next 5 days. It stays dry, settled, sunny and pretty warm with temperatures into the low 30s. Hello there. If you've been following the weather story in South America, there's little change in the pattern at the moment. We've still got some warmth across northern Chile and Argentina, but we've got some pretty intense shower clouds being picked up on the satellite picture, particularly across southern Brazil, where I understand there's been some localised landslides due to the intensity of that rainfall. So still plenty of heavy rain is expected on Tuesday, stretching across Brazil all the way over into Colombia and southern Venezuela as well. Now don't forget the brighter colours, the yellows and green tones coming through denote the intensity of those showers. So some of them really quite sharp indeed. Now, further south of that, through Paraguay into northern Argentina, we're seeing a good deal of dry, sunny weather and temperatures perhaps into the mid to high 30s in places, above where they should be for this time of year. A little bit of showery rain into the southern tip of Chile, and the outlook shows that the showers should start to ease a little into Rio de Janeiro over the next 5 days. Now let's take a look at Mexico, Central America, along with the Caribbean. It's a relatively straightforward story, as you'd expect at this time of year. Good deal of dry, sunny weather on offer. Showers will be fleeting and ease away to lengthy spells of sunshine as well. And you can see those temperatures still likely to peak into the low 30s. So our city forecasts show little in the way of change or disappointment over the next few days. A good deal of sunshine on offer. Enjoy if you can. Hello there. More heavy rain to come across the interior of Australia. More on that in just a moment. First of all, though, let's take a look at the satellite picture across Asia. You can see the shower cloud across Malaysia and Indonesia. Also see a weather front that's moving its way through southern China at the moment. That will continue to bring some heavy rain. And in fact, it extends across Japan, down through southern China. To the north, though, it's largely fine and quiet, not as cold as it could be at this time of year either. A dry story through Vietnam and Thailand. There's our showers, though, through particularly Malaysia and into Indonesia. The brighter, vibrant colours denoting the intensity of that rainfall. So the city forecasts show a good deal of dry weather, maybe some showers continuing to Osaka, easing into the weekend. Now, as for Australia, this is what was the remnants of Storm Esther. It's producing some heavy rain across the southern half of Northern Territory, down to the western half of New South Wales. Some welcome rain here. They're still under drought conditions. We understand now that all the bushfires are out in New South Wales. Unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of heavy rain in a short space of time, and it may well cause some localised flooding. At the same time, there's a weather front that's moved out of the South Island of New Zealand further north. It allows for a drier, brighter scenario, perhaps over the next couple of days. It'll stay like that as well. The rain continues for Sydney and Melbourne. Take care. Hello there. It's a quiet weather story across much of South Asia, as you'd expect. There are some showers that I need to point out to you, but you can see on the satellite picture there's not that much in the way of nuisance cloud. Some shower cloud across the tops of the Himalayas and stretching down into Bangladesh. That's where we'll see most extensive rainfall over the next 24 to 48 hours. We could also see a few scattered, isolated showers cropping up in Sri Lanka and across that Kerala coastline as well. Now let's move that little bit further north, and as you can see, we are going to see some showers pushing up across northern Pakistan over the mountains of Afghanistan, also some showers in Turkmenistan, and some of these turning a little more wintry with elevation. To the north of that, it's a cold but clear story, temperatures struggling to climb above freezing in Kazakhstan. So a few scattered showers as well running down through the northwest. We'll see a good deal of dry weather, as I say, an isolated risk of a shower here a little later in the day. And then those showers perhaps becoming a little more extensive as we move up into Bangladesh and drifting east into Myanmar as well. So city forecasts show little in the way of change, really. We could see some showers continuing to threaten through Islamabad and Colombo as we head into the weekend. Elsewhere, well, it stays on the dry side and a little bit milder for Tashkent by next week. Hello there. Heavy rain and tornadoes were an issue across Mississippi and Missouri as we moved through Monday. And if you take a look at the satellite picture, you can still see a massive cloud across the south and the east. That's one front clearing away, but there's still likely to be some pretty intense showers developing as we run through the course of the day on Tuesday. You can see that quite clearly stretching up from Georgia up into New York State. Now behind it, it's a little bit quieter. It's drier with some sunshine coming through and temperatures into double figures for Denver, Colorado. We're still going to see some unsettled weather across British Columbia. Yet again, it's been a miserable start to the year in terms of relentless rainfall. So we've got snow on the leading edge, wetter weather down into Vancouver. Not looking too bad through Oregon, and more sunshine further south into California as well. So that's the story as we go through the day Tuesday. Wednesday into Thursday, a good deal of dry weather, the rain easing in Seattle. So an improving picture here too. Now, across that east coast, as I say, it's going to be pretty unsettled. So we will see some rain, and it should be primarily rain. It's relatively mild at the moment, getting colder into the weekend. That extends all the way down into Atlanta, Georgia, and Florida should stay largely fine and dry, still with that southerly wind. So here, temperatures still on the high side, as you can see, nearly close to 90 Fahrenheit, but plenty of sunshine for New York.